France experienced a day of significant civil unrest as nationwide protests erupted, resulting in hundreds of arrests. The demonstrations, which took place across the country, were a response to several interconnected factors, primarily President Emmanuel Macron's controversial proposed spending cuts. These cuts, unveiled shortly after Macron's government narrowly survived a confidence vote, ignited widespread anger amongst the population. Adding fuel to the fire was the subsequent appointment of Sébastien Lecornu, a close political ally of Macron, as the new Prime Minister, the fifth in just 2 years. The protests were not entirely organized, but involved a broad coalition of left-wing groups under the banner of Block Everything. This coalition encompasses a diverse range of ideologies and demands, uniting them primarily in their opposition to Macron's policies and perceived disregard for public concerns. While the initial trigger for the protests was the budget, participants expressed deep-seated grievances surrounding economic inequality and the ongoing housing crisis and the environmental degradation. Many protesters voiced their desire for more direct democratic participation and expressed frustration with what they perceive as an unresponsive political system. The scale of the protests was considerable. Reports suggest that around 2 lakh people participated in demonstrations, with hundreds of hotspots reported across the country. While some protests maintained a peaceful nature, others escalated into violent clashes, with 80,000 police officers deployed to manage the demonstrations. Instances of vandalism and property damage, such as restaurant fire in Paris, were reported. Approximately 500 people were arrested. Interestingly, although the protests were planned well in advance of the government reshuffle, participants viewed the coincidental timing as further evidence of the deeper systematic problems afflicting French politics. The new Prime Minister Lecornu faces an immense challenge in navigating the highly fragmented French parliament, where no single bloc holds a majority. His success will depend on his ability to forge the unlikely alliances across the political spectrum. The protests underscore the significant challenges facing the Macron government and highlight the deep-seated public dissatisfaction.